Whenever someone asks me, where do you live? I proudly mention Tambov. Their reactions are always priceless, something like, where the heck is that? The surprise doesn't stop at foreign friends. Even Russians can't seem to wrap their heads around it. It's a question that baffles both foreigners and locals alike. For the outsiders, it's a matter of never having heard of it before. But for Russians, Tambov is like this enigmatic riddle wrapped in a perplexing mystery. They just can't seem to fathom. Why would a foreigner willingly pick Tambov out of all the incredible places in the country? You see, Tambov isn't exactly topping the charts of tourist destinations in the country, and it's so off the beaten path. In fact, it's so obscure that one might think it's a city devoid of modern life. But hold on your babushka hearts, because we are going to debunk that myth and embark on an amazing tour of the city. So, get ready to be amazed, amused, and perhaps bewildered as we delve into the fascinating world of Tambov. As we take a stroll through the heart of Tambov, our first stop is the captivating Kazan Monastery. But before we dive into that, I want to shine a spotlight on something truly remarkable: the monument to Zoya Kosmodemyanskaya. Now, this isn't your ordinary monument. It's a symbol of courage and sacrifice. As you stand here and gaze upon this masterpiece, you can't help but feel the selflessness radiating from her posture. Her eyes fixed forward into the unknown, filled with determination, and her heart burning with a passion to serve the motherland. Zoya, just a young girl by then, made a decision that would change her life forever. She decided to take up arms and join the partisan movement during the darkest hours of World War II. So, picture this: a sculpture frozen in time, capturing that pivotal moment in her life. Zoya's choice to join the partisan movement was a bold move that mirrored the bravery and resilience of ordinary citizens to fight against the tide of tyranny. And the location of this monument couldn't be more fitting. It's right here on Sovietska Street, ensuring that the memory of Zoya and her courageous actions are forever etched into the cityscape of the town. So, if you ever find yourself in this beautiful city, don't miss the chance to visit this awe-inspiring monument and immerse yourself in the history and heroism it represents. Now, moving on to the Kazan Monastery. It traces its roots back to the 17th century. Back then, there was this visionary called Elder Joseph who had a brilliant idea that led to the birth of this architectural gem in 1670. Fast forward to today, and you've got yourself a sprawling complex that's an absolute feast for the eyes, with 3 magnificent churches, a majestic bell tower that's basically reaching for the stars, and other structures that we are going to explore shortly. But let's talk a bit about the bell tower first, the crowning jewel of the monastery. While the original tower was lost to the wide waves of Soviet history, a faithful replica from 1848 now stands tall and proud. And when I say tall, I mean it. It soars to a staggering 107 meters, making it the tallest bell tower in Central Russia. The early days of the monastery were marked by the fragility of wood, as the initial structures were entirely wooden. The place kept going up in flames, each time emerging anew, reshaped and reborn. It wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries that the enduring architectural marvel we see today began to take form. But history took an unexpected turn when the Bolsheviks arrived on the scene, bringing with them a stark change of fate. The monastery underwent a transformation from a place of worship to a harrowing camp for political prisoners, witnessing interrogations and executions. It was surely a dark period. Now, let's fast forward again to the groovy 1960s. The state finally woke up to the fact that this place wasn't just any old historical site. It was something truly special. So they decided to give it the recognition it deserved. And in 1992, after years of uncertainty, the monks returned to their rightful home, bringing a much-needed renaissance to this sacred ground. As we continue to step foot onto these sacred grounds, we come to a place where history literally whispers from every stone. Nestled beneath the towering spires of the monastery, there is a resting place for some of the most distinguished souls from the Tambov region. But among all these remarkable names, there is one that stands out like a hidden gem. We are talking about Ikovits Edward Kristianovich. Born in Moscow to parents of German heritage, this guy was a devoted Lutheran who made a lasting mark on Tambov. He basically transformed the hospital scene here. Oh, and he wasn't just any doctor, he was Tambov's very first surgeon, and later on went to become the senior doctor at the Tambov hospital, and his legacy just kept on growing. But as you can imagine, all that hard work takes its toll, and Edward left us at the age of 58. What's truly remarkable though is the way the Tambov community honored him. Despite his Lutheran faith, they came together to give him a final resting place right here in the Orthodox Kazan Monastery. Now, before we continue further, allow me to show you a place I should have much earlier probably. Step into Lenin Square in Tambov and you'll find yourself in the heart of the city. Lenin Square is where the city's pulse beats the loudest. It's the stage for a dazzling array of events that draw in both residents and visitors. From military parades to school assemblies, from joyous holiday celebrations to religious processions, this square hosts it all. On one side, you'll find a fascinating family of wolves which captivates the young and old alike. The fountain, government and city council offices. On the other side is the Tambov Drama Theatre, a bastion of culture and art in this city. Next on our tour is Tambov's oldest and main cathedral and the Central Park. Back in 1636, when Tambov was just a baby city, they whipped up a wooden transfiguration church in just 3 months. Flash forward to 1677, it snagged the title of the city's cathedral. But here's the twist. This cathedral had some serious bad luck from the get-go. It was constantly in need of repairs thanks to its wooden structure. Then Bishop Peterim stayed in with big plans for a grand stone cathedral. Unfortunately, the grand vision remained incomplete for quite a while, but it still served as a place of worship. In fact, they added a second wooden floor just to fit everyone in. Fast forward to the 1780s, and this poor cathedral was on the brink of collapse. Tambov's missions, though, came to the rescue, funded its completion, and even threw in a stone bell tower. And in the 19th century, things got even more interesting. The relics of St. Peterim, housed here, were said to perform miracles. But history took an unexpected turn when the Russian Revolution came in the early 20th century. The cathedral was looted, and late in the 1920s, it was captured and became a local history museum in 1931. Finally, in 1991, after years of turmoil, the cathedral was returned to the faithful, marking the end of a rocky period. During the Great Patriotic War, That's World War II for international powers. Tambov, a seat on the fringes of conflicts, was far from untouched. Air raids were happening left and right. But guess what? Tambov's residents were like, no way, we are not backing down. They showed unbelievable courage. So, thousands from Tambov joined the front lines, and the military schools were working overtime, training new generations to stand strong against the invading forces. Fast forward to 1970, and boom, we got ourselves a symbol of remembrance and resilience called Eternal Frame, a tribute to all those incredible sons and daughters of Tambov who made the ultimate sacrifice during the war. The Central Park of Culture and Recreation is located right in the heart of Tambov city. This urban oasis is surrounded by Sovietskaya Street and the Tsna River Canal. While it might seem like a run-of-the-mill city park at first glance, its history dates back over 108 years and offers a surprising array of entertainment and relaxation opportunities. If you're in Tambov to delve deep into its rich culture and history, the park might not be at the top of your list. However, for those looking to unwind on a leisurely day off, especially if you have young ones in tow, this park is an absolute must visit. As you explore this urban oasis, you'll discover charming walking paths that wind their way through lush greenery and various captivating art installations. Of course, no park visit is complete without the classic amusements, and this park doesn't disappoint. Here you'll find a timeless Ferris wheel, which provides both nostalgia for adults and endless joy for kids. But the park offers more than just a standard park fare. It's a family-friendly haven with additional entertainment options that cater to both young and old. Children will be thrilled by the various activities and attractions, while adults won't resist the temptation to unwind in one of the park's establishments with a refreshing beverage in hand. The park's centerpiece, the Ferris wheel, grants stunning panoramic views of Tambov. The highlight for visitors is the suspended pedestrian bridge that connects the park to the opposite bank of the Tsna River, offering a unique perspective of the city. So, if you're ever in Tambov and need a break from the historical sites, remember this urban oasis of fun and relaxation. Whether you're a history buff or just looking for a leisurely day off, the Central Park of Tambov is an absolute must visit. Discover the enchanting Tsna River and Tambov embankment. Located along the charming banks of the narrow Tsna River, the Tambov embankment meanders in perfect harmony with the central Sovietska Street, offering a unique blend of urban sophistication and natural beauty. On the opposite shore, the landscape unfolds into pristine forests and expansive fields, welcoming visitors with fresh air and unspoiled nature. Begin your journey at the charming cable-stayed pedestrian bridge, the first of two that grace the Tsna River. As you continue your stroll, you'll encounter another bridge equally enchanting. The Tambov embankment boasts a two-tiered promenade adorned with tree-lined avenues, verdant parks and steering monuments. The upper level invites you to explore historical treasures such as the Kazan Cathedral, of which we have already seen, and the safe estate that we will later. Venture down to the lower tier and you'll find yourself in a riverside paradise, where a lush forest of conifers and deciduous trees cast soothing shadows of a meandering river canal. Today, the Tambov embankment stands as a beloved retreat for locals and a must-visit destination for travelers. Its iconic landmarks, bridges, meandering staircases, scenic terraces, thoughtful landscaping, and breathtaking viewpoints make it the heart of the city's leisure activities. Music Square hosts music festivals, school gathering, and captivating artist performances. As you wander the embankment, you will encounter a striking monument paying tribute to the great composer Sergei Rachmaninoff, which was erected in 2006. Rachmaninoff, a source of national pride, created many of his musical masterpieces during his time in Tambov. From 1890 to 1917, his connection to the city is profound, given his family's roots in the Tambov province. Today, his legacy lives on through the Tambov Musical Pedagogic Institute, which bears his name. Another highlight is the monument to Tambov's native son, Sergei Sergeyev-Tsensky, a Russian Soviet writer who drew inspiration for his literary creations from the region's natural landscapes and beauty. He loved Tambov so deeply that he added Tsensky to his name, inspired by the Tsna River. Continuing your journey along the Tsna embankment, you'll discover the Lovers Bridge, a place where newlyweds seal their love with logs for good fortune. Nearby, a monument of family patrons, Peter and Feronia, stands as a symbol of enduring love. There is even a bench of reconciliation around here, a serene spot for reflection when the going gets tough in one's marriage. The Tambov Peasant Monument stands as a powerful testament to a tempestuous chapter in Russia's history, the Tambov Uprising of 1920 to 1921. The monument portrays a man with a rugged, thick beard, his shirt unbuttoned to his chest and bare feet, grounding him in the harsh realities of rural life. This depiction goes beyond the mere representation of a Tambov peasant. It serves as a touching tribute to all those who defied the monarchy during the stormy period of the Russian Civil War. It stands on the very spot where, in the 1920s, a concentration camp once held those who dared to rebel. The journey to erect such a monument was far from straightforward. In the days of the Soviet Union, acknowledging the rebels and their struggles was a taboo. However, as times changed, so did perspectives. This monument now stands tall as a symbol of remembrance and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even when the odds are against them. The memorial to the victims of nuclear disasters was erected in 2011, on the 25th anniversary of the tragedy at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. According to the authors and sculptors, the two granite slabs of the monument with a ball of red granite in the middle symbolize a world torn apart by the powerful, uncontrollable energy of the atomic nucleus. The monument is a symbol of honor to more than 2,000 residents of the region who actively took part in eliminating the consequences of the accident in 1986. And for those who love street art, there is a special place for you on the walls of this abandoned building. As you walk along this embankment, you'll also find a place called Prakat, where you can hire all sorts of bikes and scooters. A mere 10-minute walk from the monument leads to the Tsna Bridge, a charming pedestrian bridge connecting both sides of the river. The name Tsna originates from the word tezik, a term used to refer to merchants in the Don and Volga regions. So, in essence, it's the merchant bridge, a nod to the bustling trade that once took place here. Right beside it stands a monument commemorating the victory in the War of 1812. This triumphal descent features bas-reliefs depicting attack and defense on two of its four levels. The entire structure is adorned with striking green granite and marble. The bridge carries a piece of history and a touch of local culture, making it a must-see spot. Originally, it was made of wood and, according to some historians, existed even before Tambov city itself. The design effortlessly blends with the Tsna embankment's overall architecture, offering amazing views. So, as you explore the Tambov embankment, make sure to stop by Tsna Bridge. You won't be able to resist snapping some captivating photographs to remember your visit. As we continue walking on the high embankment of the Tsna River, we come to the majestic Asev Estate, which stands as a living testament to a bygone era of wealth, culture, and architectural splendor. This museum complex, comprising the main building, a splendid fountain, and a sprawling park, bears witness to a captivating history that has woven itself into the very fabric of the city. Before the winds of revolution swept through Russia, this splendid estate belonged to none other than Mikhail Vasilyevich Asev, a renowned manufacturer, philanthropist, and esteemed public figure. Designed in 1905, the Asev estate boasts architectural splendor characterized by intricate detailing, decorative diversity, and top-tier construction quality, a sight to behold even today. It's unfortunate, though, that I won't be able to give you a glimpse of what the inside is like. Anyways, as you wander through the estate's grounds, you'll discover a delightful park which features serene walking paths, charming gazebos, inviting benches for relaxation, a stage space for captivating concert programs, and a mesmerizing fountain. So, The SF estate isn't just a static historical relic. It hosts exhibitions, literary and musical events, and enchanting New Year celebrations for all ages. In winter, the area transforms into a wonderland of ice sculptures and slides, adding a touch of magic to this remarkable riverside experience. The estate also hosts captivating theatrical tours led by professional actors, which transport visitors back in time, revealing the grandeur and opulence of, say, a farmer's life. However, just like many historical treasures, the SF estate has had a series of transformations. In the early 20th century, the estate took on a new role as a sanctuary for the underprivileged children, serving as both an orphanage and a tuberculosis hospital. It was only in recent years that the SF estate was meticulously restored, opening its doors once again to the public in 2014. This is the largest park in the city that emerged from the ashes of a wasteland in 1995. While it may initially seem like just another Soviet-era park, a deep exploration reveals its profound significance. It's a living memorial, a gift to the townspeople, commemorating the end of the Great Patriotic War. As you approach the park from the roadside, you are immediately transported to the post-war era. An impressive exhibition of armored vehicles stands proudly, most of which were used during the Second World War. Venturing deep into the park, a network of walking trails and alleys away. Here, amid the tranquil greenery, you can take a leisurely stroll, soak in the natural beauty and reflect on the profound history that surrounds you. But the heart of the park lies beyond the initial facade. You'll encounter informative stands that chronicle the history of conflicts involving Greece, the USSR, and Russia. A true centerpiece of the park is the monument dedicated to the veterans of the Great Patriotic War, erected on May 8, 2010. Here, a bronze figure of a war veteran, bedecked with medals and orders, cradles a small girl on his knee. This touching sculpture was modeled after the brave frontline veteran Ivan Stepanovich Odelchenko. Nearby, a fountain bursts forth with prayerful streams, seemingly rising from the very ground beneath your feet, a symbol of hope and resilience. As you continue exploration, you'll come across a MiG-19 combat aircraft, seemingly frozen in time as it soars into the sky. Nearby, a memorial sign stands tall, honoring the indomitable spirit and unwavering dedication of Tambov residents during the Great Patriotic War. It's a reminder of the sacrifices made and the corrective heroism that led to the Soviet people's victory. Tambov Victory Park is more than just a park. It's a living testament to the courage and resilience of generations past, a place where history and nature intertwine to create a truly unique and enriching experience for all who visit. In the northern reaches of Tambov, the Olympic Park has risen from what was once an empty canvas. It's the newest park in the city. Initially, skeptics questioned its potential, but it has defied expectations, blossoming into a haven that adheres to European standards of beauty and functionality. The park is transformed into a sports and leisure paradise, modern playgrounds, workout areas, gazebos, a hockey rink, FIFA standard football fields, tennis courts, and skate area. The Olympic Park is a symbol of transformation, a testament to Tambov's ambition to create spaces that enrich the lives of its people. It's a place where dreams take root and flourish, and where the spirit of the Olympics lives on in provincial Russia. As we get to the end, I would like to thank you all for joining me on this epic journey through time. I would very much appreciate to hear of your impression of the city. For those who have been here or are currently residing in the city, please do share your experiences in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories.